The last fruit is the fruit of mission. The fruit of mission. Verse 14 and 15 says, "You are my friends if you do what I command you. No longer do I call you servants, for the servant does not know what the master is doing. But I have called you friends, for all I have heard from the Father I have made known to you." He gives them a new identity. You were servants, now you're friends. But what makes them friends? A servant doesn't need to know the backstory. You know, if you think of a master and a servant, take out the trash. You know, it's like the servant doesn't need to know. Well, why? Where is it? You know, why? What's in here, anyways? You know, it's like the servant doesn't need to know. Just take out the trash. An employee doesn't need to know. You know, well, what's in this box I need to deliver? You know, it's like, could you imagine if every Amazon employee is like, what is in this box? You know, it's like, you don't need to know. Just take the box. Okay. Servants don't need to know. Friends get to know. And he's communicating, you are my friends. Why? Because you know the story. You know what I'm doing. You have a closer relationship with me now. You know the beginning, and now you know the end. This is where we're going in history. It's an amazing thing. One of the amazing things about knowing Jesus, as if we haven't stated enough already, but one of the amazing things about knowing Jesus is we can look at our lives and we can look at the history of all humanity and we can put an X on that history and saying, this is where I am right now. This is what I'm trying. This is what I'm accomplishing because this is what God is doing in the world. And I know purpose, mission.